The big story of the day amid the uneasy calm in Manipur, Rahul Gandhi has arrived in the strife-torn state where ethnic clashes took place for over a month, but thankfully there has been peace over the last 2 weeks. His entry, though, today led to political high drama at Bishnupur. Rahul Gandhi was asked to travel on a chopper to Churachandpur, one of the areas that has been worst affected. But when he insisted on going by road, eventually the police stepped in and stopped the convoy. As a result, there was a face-off between the Congress workers and the police, with demands being raised to allow Rahul Gandhi to continue. Now, the Congress is saying that this is the fear of the Modi government, which can't see Rahul Gandhi extend his healing touch.
As you can see, behind me is the convoy of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, this car of Rahul Gandhi. This car has been stopped here in Bishnupur Road. They have not allowed the car to pass from this area, from this area to pass, and they have stopped the car. The police barricades have been placed ahead of us and not allowing Mr. Gandhi to cross this particular barricade, saying there is risk ahead. And the Congress now claiming that this is a politically motivated move. We will also show you the people who have gathered here raising slogans to let Rahul Gandhi go and reach Churachandpur. So these are, and the public is really agitated. They're beating the plates. They're very agitated. They want Rahul Gandhi to go to the other side. And look at the security deployment. Look at the security deployment here. आप लोग कब से यहाँ पे है? कब से सुबह से यहाँ से है? राहुल जी को जाने नहीं दे रहे?
हाँ, यहाँ का पुलिस लोग मतलब एसपी सुना है, एसपी ने जाने नहीं दे रहे, रुका रहा है।
आप लोग यहाँ पे क्यों इकट्ठा हुए?
राहुल गांधी जी को छोड़ने के लिए, जाने के लिए
हम यहाँ सब इकट्ठा हो रहा है।
आप लोग चाहते हो कि राहुल जी चुराचंदपुर जाए?
हम चाहते हैं कि राहुल जी चुराचंदपुर जाए, वहाँ का हालत समझे और वहाँ का हालत वहाँ में क्या क्या हो रहा है।
So as you can see here, that atmosphere is heated here. The public is now giving slogans.
Let's in fact listen in now to the SP of Bishnupur who said that it was only because of security concerns that the road convoy of Rahul Gandhi wasn't allowed to proceed, because they feared that in an area which has seen frequent attacks in the recent past, the convoy may be mistaken for someone else, and there is also a possibility of grenades being lobbed.
शुरू में हुए वैली और हिल्स के बीच में, फुट हिल्स में ज्यादा कन्फाइन थे, यूजिंग इवन प्रिमिटिव वेपन्स. नाउ आर्म्स सोफिस्टिकेटेड भी आने लगे हैं, यूज करने लगे थे एक स्टेज. देन अनदर स्टेज आईडी इवन स्टार्ट्स बीइंग ब्लास्टेड अलोंग द तिदिम रोड just a few days back. And seeing the situation, ground situation, we have simply stopped the VIP from proceeding further, rather take action.
Eventually, things got to a point where the police even had to fire tear gas shells in order to control the locals, control the Congress workers who insisted that this was only political retribution at play. Let's listen in to what the BJP and the Congress had to say about Rahul Gandhi's visit to Manipur today.
बड़े दुख के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि राहुल गांधी जिस जिद के साथ मणिपुर गए हैं, वो जिद उचित नहीं है. सेंसिटिविटी इज फार मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन स्टबर्ननेस. राहुल गांधी मणिपुर जाना चाहते थे, गए मणिपुर, किसी ने रोका भी नहीं उन्हें. आज जो परिस्थिति हम मणिपुर में देख रहे हैं, इन कुछ लीगेसी इश्यूज के कारण हैं.
पर जनता लोग को वो जो वेलकम कर रहा है, अभी सारे रोड साइड में जनता लोग वेलकम कर रहा है राहुल जी का विजिट. डीसी बिशनपुर एंड द एएसपी and the OCs of Bishnupur, they are blocking. मिनिस्टर का इंस्ट्रक्शन आ रहा है ब्लॉक करने का, वो है चल रहा है, ये पॉलिटिकलाइज कर रहा है.
Now, while Rahul Gandhi was in Manipur, the All Manipur Students Union made the situation quite awkward for the Congress party when they said that they have felt betrayed by successive governments and even questioned the Congress's role in worsening the situation in the state.
MSU believes that this present communal crisis in Manipur is a result of the political blunders that have been committed by the successive governments that have ruled Manipur over time, and Congress party has a big role to play in it. And it has come to the notice of MSU that in 2012, during the Congress rule in Manipur, the state government during that time had deleted 4 Gram Panchayats and 1 Jila Parishad constituent, which were part and parcel of Imphal West district and from the Manipur Panchayati Raj system, and they were allowed to come under the Autonomous District Council of Kangpokpi district. So it had further enhanced the dreamland of a cookie nation state.
All right, so was this an effort to try and block Rahul Gandhi, who was there to try and assuage the feelings of people? Was peace the priority or politics? Gargi Nandi, political analyst; Jaideep Mazumdar, author and columnist; Colonel DPK Pillay, research fellow at IDSA; Vivek Bansal; and Syam Prasad Meka, both leaders of the Congress. Let me first ask you, Gargi Nandi Mazumdar, if somebody is going there to meet people in the relief camps, why stop him?
Padmaja, Rahul Gandhi has gone for his political agenda and not for the concern of the Manipuri people. And one should understand this Manipur crisis. This is a combustible mix of history, faith, and identity politics. And the government is trying to control it. Situation is coming under control. So he had no need to go now. See, between 2015 and 17, when Manipur was raged by ethnic violence, following the passing of 3 bills by the then Congress CM, Okram Ibobi Singh, right? The protection of Manipur peoples, then the land revenue and land reform 7th Amendment, and shops and establishment 2nd Amendment. These 3 bills were passed, and that was followed by ethnic violence. 9 people were killed. Communities did not cremate those bodies. Rahul Gandhi was not seen that time. He did not go there. Why? His government was there, Congress government was there. Why did not he go then? Okay. Now why is he going?
Okay, the visit was more political, Mr. Meka, and today the Congress is saying, let him respond. Today the Congress is saying that Tanashah dar gaya, but nobody was stopping him. All that was said was, please go by chopper, not by road.
Okay, see, Padmaja, if going and meeting people is politicizing, so be it. Why are we shying away from politics? We are politicians, right?
No, nobody is saying don't politicize. The question is different. Nobody wants Mr. Gandhi to be in the way of harm, right? So if, God forbid, there was a grenade attack and the SP said there was apprehension that somebody may lob a grenade, he was told, please go by chopper. Go by chopper.
See, why last minute change? Where did you get the phone call from? Why wasn't the schedule announced earlier? Why wasn't the first the Congress convoy was allowed to start in the first place? These are the genuine questions that come to any logical mind. But see, it's now the effort of trying to make it an issue of successive governments' failure. Of course, everything in this country is culminated to the current state through the successive failures of various governments. Similarly, they said the development and all good things that you speak about, then you won't remember about the successive governments and their role in it.
Okay, Jaideep Mazumdar, this seems like a belated excuse. Suddenly, Rahul Gandhi's security is made a ruse to stop him. Why?
No, it doesn't work like this. They may have suddenly got some information that there is some movement of militants. This is what happens. There is a movement of militants from somewhere. So the convoy. So it's not only just Rahul Gandhi. There's a huge lot of security personnel who are accompanying him, and everybody would be at risk. Not just Rahul. It's not one person. It may be hundreds of security personnel, Manipur Police, etc. They may have got some information. How does the Congress spokesperson know that they didn't get any information at the last moment that there would be a risk of an attack? And that place, that Tidim Road, which you would have taken to Churachandpur, that saw an IED blast just a few days ago. There was genuine apprehension. There were crowds out there shouting, Rahul Gandhi, go back. That would have led to an unpleasant situation. No one was asking him not to visit Churachandpur. He would have, saved a lot of time had he taken the chopper and gone to Churachandpur. Very simple. Why did he want to go by road? Why did he want a nice air-conditioned drive on the highway? Why?
Mr.
He could
Meka?
have taken the chopper.
if our friend wishes so, Rahul Gandhi will go in a non-AC car. What kind of a debate are we doing? That's not the point, right? So the point about now you begrudge the air-conditioned car. First you call him anti-national, then you call him irresponsible, then you call him he's in cohorts with George Soros. Now you will say that the point is this government is rattled by one person and his politics, and they are every day they are changing their goalposts, trying to come back at him one way or the other. But they will fail utterly. They can continue doing these things. People are seeing this and reading through these efforts.
Colonel Pillay, what do you make of these visits? Do they help in calming the situation?
See, I feel that the situation in Manipur has really been, been allowed to fester for too long. It's not just this government. It's been on since the time, for 60, 70 years it's been festering. So there's, this political will that had to be shown very early on in the times of conflict. The people of the northeastern region have really suffered. The victims are not the political parties, they are the people of Manipur, whether it be the Meiteis, the Kukis, the Nagas, or anyone. And I think what all political parties need to do at this time is to sit down and see how can they prevent this violence. I don't think there's any point in growing and scoring brownie points. And if there's someone preventing him from taking a road thing, I think it's with the security, because we already know that we lost 2 Congress leaders. We lost Rajiv Gandhi to an assassination. We lost Indira Gandhi. We wouldn't want an IED blast or something to hear and happening. And given the circumstances, that is what it is happening there. The kind of where the IEDs are there, weapons are there, large sophisticated weapons have found their way in. You cannot take a risk at that moment. And I think what they need to do is all parties need to sit down together and decide what is that we can do to prevent the people of Manipur, whether they be Meiteis or Kukis or Nagas, from suffering. I think they've suffered for too long. I think that meeting should take place here, not, I don't think there's any bravado. There's a very thin line between bravery and, foolishness, and trying to undertake a road journey in a conflict-driven state where there are IEDs, there are weapons. I don't think it is, you can't put the whole law and order machinery, which is already strained under the circumstances, in trying to contain this violence between 2 communities. And both of them have very intractable positions. Both are not going to compromise, and violence has been the way that they are answering, because at this point you need to play the mediator. You need to show the way ahead. It's need to intervene. And if it's like what Mahatma Gandhi talked about, seeing non-violence, reconciliation, and I think that is what the key is at this moment, that we need to, all political parties need to get
So
together.
Mr. Bansal, if any resolution, if any talks have to happen, they will eventually have to happen in Delhi, which is why there was an all-party meeting. Mr. Ibobi Singh went for that meeting. He himself said, Amit Shah has told me, you come and talk to me later if you want to. What does going to Churachandpur achieve?
Padaja, let me just say that why political or any leader tends to go in a trouble infested place. Basically, they tend to meet, they try to understand what the basic problem is. They try to assuage or they try to heal the wounds which are festering there, and to calm their raising tempers. So the leader, once leader goes there, he listens to the cross sections of society, how the administration, if there is at all necessity on the part of the administration or the government, different viewpoints tend to come. To say that it is Delhi would solve all the problems, so why did Home solve there? Just to
issue with your audio, I can't hear you at all. But from what I could make out from what Mr. Bansal was saying, it is that he is only trying to reach out to the people. And the Congress's case also is, Gargi Nandi Roy, that so far hardly anyone else has reached out to them. The Home Minister came only once. Nobody else has bothered.
No, I don't think that's, as I said in the beginning only, Padmaja. It's not a simple law and order issue in Manipur. It's a very complex issue. As I said, it has a history. It's an identity politics. So many things. And since 2017, there was a crackdown on drugs and illegal poppy field. 2021, after the Myanmar coup, the numbers of villages in Churachandpur area increased, the Meiteis said. So many things have happened. The government is trying to control the situation, and situation has been coming under control. So at this point of time, it was not required. Rahul Gandhi did not need to go. He could have been in Delhi, meet the government, all party meet, as you said, and there could have been a resolution. This is not the time to go there, and this kind of scene is created. This is irresponsible. He should have avoided it now. This is not the time to gain brownie point, political brownie point. No. So because there's so many issues, it is not simple law and order issue is not there. It is a very complex issue in Manipur.
Okay, the fresh images that are coming in are of Rahul Gandhi, who's eventually reached a relief camp. He is talking to people over there. See, eventually, Mr. Meka, he had to take a chopper. This could have been done to begin with. He took a chopper eventually. He is there. Nobody is stopping him. Nobody is in the way. He's talking to the children. He's talking to the ladies over there in relief camps. This could have been the initial strategy as well.
That's what I'm saying. That could have been the plan for all along. And finally, he took the chopper and went. No, what are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? He took the chopper finally, as advised by the security people. What is your complaint?
Mr. Meka, that's what Padmaja is asking. Then why did he go in the first place by road? Why was he trying? Why he created that drama? Why does SP had to stop?
He did not create the drama. The drama is created by the BJP people. First they allowed the convoy to start. Then they do this drama. Then they come back on the TV and talk all nonsense about Rahul Gandhi. And finally they'll say, oh, we are worried about your security. Okay, fine, we'll take it.
There were protests. Have you seen Rahul Gandhi go back? When people were protesting, Rahul Gandhi go back. There were protests there. Didn't you see that? There were protests. So there could have been an untoward situation. So that had to be prevented by the law and order authorities.
Colonel Pillay, are there any easy answers to this? Because this has carried on for over a month. The political narrative is very vitiated. One side says that the government is completely lost control. The other side says that this is a historical problem. What can be done now? Because this is something that has simmered for decades and erupts periodically.
I totally agree with you. This entire Northeast has been the back of beyond for many of us in the mainland. You know, we've actually, in the early days of the insurgency in 1950s, it was something that was outsourced to the army. I remember my father served in that area, and there were these villages that were grouped together, you know, copying the British pattern in Malaya. They did the segregation of the villagers and isolation. And it's been actually a very, very sad saga for the entire community there, the Naga. And people have actually lost several opportunities to find a lasting peace to this. And I don't think that, you know, and giving you know, credit where it is due, I think the Home Minister and the Prime Minister have in the last couple of years made several attempts to travel to the Northeast, and they made over 60 visits to that area to find a solution to this problem. And now there was a kind of a non-violent, a negative peace in the sense there wasn't violence, and now this issue has erupted all of a sudden, like somebody just pointed out. There was a coup in Myanmar and large number of influx, and Northeast has actually borne the brunt of influx of refugees from all over. And so that is something that has altered the landscape, and we need to find a solution, and where we find Indian solutions to Indian problems, you know, and we don't play into the hands of others. From the very beginning, we had external powers. You know, when you read biographies of like Zora Mengtong, the current chief minister has said that, you know, they received assistance from China and other. There are external agencies involved. We need to find our problems. These are our people. These are our, like, you know, our countrymen, you know, and we need to find that solution from amongst ourselves. We shouldn't be going and creating, you know, inciting another community to fight against the other. And we don't have to really go into the eye of the storm. We need, there have been accords, like the Shillong Accords was held outside of the area where the conflicts took place. There were, you can meet in the northeast, you can meet in other places, and all the parties can meet together. And we need to bring the violence down. We are a country that has advocated non-violence. We find non-violent solutions to violent problems. And we are the ones who've taught the world what it means to find solutions. I think by inciting people, by egging them on, I think we are harming our own. I feel terrible because I feel very closely. It's one of the most beautiful states in our country. It's like 22,000 square kilometers, very sparsely populated and very colorful
piece
traditions.
of advice, in fact, it's an Indian problem which needs Indian solutions, not partisan politics. Let's hope that is what happens. Meanwhile, Rahul Gandhi has successfully managed to reach the relief camps to extend the healing touch. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, Gargi Nandi, for joining me. That's it then from me on this edition of The Explosive Exclusive.